Hey guys, welcome back and happy Monday. All right, guys, so as you know, on Mondays, we talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but also Portia's Family Matters. Now, today we will be going live at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and that'll be with Layla Lynn, Grace Report, and Tisa Tells to talk about Portia's Family Matters, and it will be on Layla's channel. But I did want to do a recap here for you guys as well. And this show, it's interesting to me, but I don't know if it's going to continue to carry my attention. Guys, I have the details on season 1, episode 3. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so we know that everything seems extremely awkward on Portia's Family Matters at this point. We're trying to blend these two separate families, and Portia seems like she's just barely getting to know Simon, even though that they're already engaged. Well, as we're watching the episode, I did want to point out that we heard, especially from Tamara Tattles, so thank you, shout out to Tamara Tattles, that Bravo, the network, that they seem to be pleased with Portia's Family Matters and the ratings. Now, the ratings are actually high enough to get a second season or a second special, which shouldn't be too mind-blowing because Kim Zolciak ended up getting a lot of spinoffs, well, a lot of seasons of her spinoff, Don't Be Tardy, and I don't know how the hell she carried that show. But for Portia's, I was really excited. I wanted to see the dynamics. And at one point, I even felt like Portia left the Real Housewives of Atlanta because she knew that Marlo Hampton and Kenya Moore were going to pry into her relationship with Simon Guobadia and tell her how wrong that they felt like it was. However, Portia doesn't have to face them. She just has to face the rest of her family and even former fiance, Dennis. Now, in this episode, we see where Lauren, Portia's sister, and also her cousin Londi, who I'm loving so far. I think she's hilarious, where you could see that they're trying as hard as they can to incorporate Dennis into this weekend getaway in Cabo. Now, in this getaway, everyone's supposed to find peace and harmony and learn how to blend the families and be able to get along, but are they able to pull it off? Well, it looks like Dennis has a couple stipulations in order for him to even show up to this McMessico, as he likes to call it, trip, and that would be retrieving some of his household items from Portia's place. Okay, so one of those items would be a Versace robe, and Portia actually finds out about this later down the road, finds out that Lauren and Londi came up with this plan in order to get back Dennis's stuff and bring it back to him, which kind of feels like pre-produced, and if it wasn't pre-produced, then you're pretty much stealing out of Portia's house, even though it might belong to somebody else. I couldn't imagine if Jason left his stuff in my house and we broke up and my brother or sister decides to come in my house and take it out and give it to him. I don't know if I would be frustrated the fact that they're returning something to him because I wouldn't care about that, but I would be pissed that you would come in my house and take something out of my house without telling me, because then what else are you going to take? What makes you feel like you have the ability or the right to grab anything out of my house? And I think that's where my mind would just automatically go. But they do get him to show up to Mexico. So here we go with that. Portia's sister Lauren and cousin Londi involve Lauren W., Portia's assistant, in their plan to steal the 2 Versace robes and some designer jumpsuit that belongs to Dennis from the house. Again, it felt very pre-produced. Okay. Well, Portia also told her mom that she wants Dennis to get to know Simon so that they could all co-parent. Now, this feels like such a very, very strange dynamic because from what we're getting from Dennis, it sounds like him and Portia just stopped hooking up as of recently. And if that's the case, then how is he looking at this woman that he was once engaged to? She just asked for her ring back, and now he has to sit across from the table, from Simon, look at him in the face and praise him, who's now trying to co-parent his daughter? No, this is strange. This is strange. All right, well, Portia's obviously mad about this robe situation, and now we're going to move into Mexico and figure out how everyone is going to manage to get along, because at the end of the day, these people don't really want to be there together to begin with. All right, well, getting back into it, in Mexico, for some reason, Dennis has to room with Lauren and Londi. And why? It didn't make any sense to me. While Porsha and Simon get to do whatever they want. And Dennis had a good point and said, why am I rooming with you two? I want to be able to bring someone if I want home. I don't want you guys keeping tabs on me. And they're like, no, I think it'll be better this way. But if you look at the preview for next week, you see where it looks like he might actually have some random girl showing up. And if he does, I'm sure Porsha's not going to be happy about that. I'm wondering too, because we've seen a couple previews of this fight that breaks out between everyone at some event. And we've heard, I believe it was Tisa Tells who shared this with us, that it was actually Dennis's mom and Porsha who got into it. But I feel like there has to be more to that story. And I'm wanting to know, is it because Dennis was getting a lot of shit from Porsha at this Mexico situation where they're supposed to be at peace? Or like, what is the situation happening? Or was it not Dennis's mom to begin with? Because Dennis's mom, well, I could see this has potential to pop off. And I could see where Porsha's mom was pretty upset about the way that they spoke to grandma. I'm also watching her cousin Londi and her other cousin Storm, and it looks like they could be getting into it as well. Guys, I don't want to just give you this and not ask your opinions, because right now I'm so conflicted. I want to know what your thoughts are. Go ahead and comment below. Who do you think gets into the fight? The fight that breaks out where we see Porsha crying. Do you think it's Londi and Storm? Or do you think it's Mama Gina and Porsha? And also, what did you think about last night's episode? Season 1, episode 3, or if you're asking Layla Lynn, it's special 1, episode 3. What are your thoughts? Are you here for it? Or do you not really care to continue to give it a chance? Again, the ratings are high enough to keep it around, so they might actually be back for a second season. Go ahead and comment below. And before you go, don't forget that we are going live at 11:30 for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Then, of course, 12:30 and then 1:30 for Daily Hot Takes. And then Jason and I are headed out. So we'll see you guys so very soon. Bye, guys. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Bye.